see another day. Well, I'm looking at you see the coontail is the major grass that's in this lake, and definitely stays green and grows the deepest. And what I'm looking for is, you can see with the down scan, each individual stalk and your 2D sonar, and then I have my waypoints. So what I'm looking for is to see some dots, right, fish that are right on the grass edge. Using 20-pound fluorocarbon, a 1 ounce jig, and I'm fishing it pretty fast. I'm looking for reaction strikes. Jig is extremely versatile. Grass, rock, wood. Swimming it, dragging it. That's a great one. That he was eating. Oh yeah, right off that rock. All right, so what we're doing here is fishing a big flat. There's presence of shad, and haven't seen a whole lot of topwater blow-ups, but it's a good thing. The grass is growing. The fish are moving out a little bit deeper in the grass. Finally got my first fish, but he inhaled it, and that's what we're looking for. Some nice post-pond fish. So we'll see another day. So we're on one of over 1,800 electric-only lakes, reservoirs in North America, and even though you can't run your traditional gas outboard, it's a great opportunity to take your family out. Sometimes you have electric-only reservoirs, and you have private ponds, private communities. One of the great things about this 4.0 cruise is that you can use it as a small body of water, big body of water, and efficiently manage your runtime, your speed. Having this motor opens up all of the lake to me, as opposed to having a small trolling motor that limits me with range and runtime. Having this Torpedo gives me an opportunity to run the whole lake if I'd like to, and the key to doing that is by managing my battery pack and using the data that I find right here on the keypad. So at wide open speed, I'm going about 7.5 miles an hour. I can remember my first boat, it would go 5 miles an hour, and that 2 miles an hour, or the top end speed on this boat would be about 8 miles an hour when it's a light load. Even though it doesn't sound like much, 1 or 2 miles an hour makes a big difference with electric outboards. And being able to go 7.5, 8 miles an hour gets me to my fishing spots faster. I can cover more water. I'm more efficient on the water, because especially with tournament fishing, every minute counts. Any bit of any downtime that can be prevented, any user error I can prevent, that's what I'm trying to do, and make the most of my experience on the water for myself and or any guests or my tournament partner. Everything on here on this boat, in my opinion, is top shelf, but they're all tools, and I've got a great motor, reliable motor that gets me where I need to go, and it's just having the data alone to let me know that going wide open, pulling 3,900 watts, I've got 55 minutes of runtime left. I want to make sure that I get in on time, and just by having the data here telling me my runtime, my speed, my watt draw, I can accurately plan my trip for the day. How far do I want to go? How much time do I have? Because especially with tournament fishing, every extra cast makes a difference. If going, by me going 7.5, 8 miles an hour as opposed to 5, gives me X amount of casts, more casts a day, more present, more presentations, more opportunities to catch fish. And you know, whether it's the beginning of the day or the tail end of the day, I know that when I hammer down on this throttle, I'm gonna get in. I'm confident in the Torqeedo. It's been a fantastic motor for me, and this is a 20-foot boat. I mean, there's nothing small about this boat. Well, one thing I've noticed about being on these electric lakes for so many years, and year after year, you see everybody definitely leaning towards using the Torqeedo electric motors, which tells me that they're putting out a good product and everybody is happy with their motors. There were a few staple electric motors that were very popular, but they're kind of phasing out a little bit. The Torqeedo has definitely taken off here in the Maryland reservoirs, from your 4.0 all the way to your 10.0, and the travel model as well. So that if you have a canoe, kayak, a small John boat, or a big John boat, you have plenty of motors that'll suit your needs for your electric fishing. It's a nice chunk. There we go. Happy.